Alright, got some stuff to, in the mail, so let's call it an unboxing. Let me start with the biggest things. One of the things I was looking forward to doing is, that I've mentioned before, is retrobraiding. There's been a long history from, 2010 or something, and I stumbled on Voden's 2.0 technique, which was using heat instead of UV, some form of light spectrum. And so that's what got me going on, okay, what would I do for that setup? And so I ended up buying this Anova precision cooker. So it looks like this, just got it in the mail, haven't used it yet. Bracket, wand. The wand has some interesting features, I guess, like it has a min and a max temp depth. One thing that's interesting to me is the min. It looks like it's not above the top of this. I guess I would have assumed that both of these need to be underwater, but so I'll have to keep an eye on that. But yeah, this is very flexible. So another thing that's interesting is, well, I'll talk about it in a minute, but Voden's was using a wand in a container to reverse the yellowing effect due to the bromine in the plastic, the ABS plastic. So I guess I was trying to think about what he did, and part of the problem at the time I was thinking about it is how to keep it. By the way, this is the container this is an Anova container that I got because I liked that it was clear and maybe you could see into it and see how this coloring process is coming along. So this can handle the temperature. It's I forget what it's made out of, but it's very sturdy. One of the important parts of it though is that since this thing's heating, whatever surface it's on might get hot or melt, and so this has a raised, some techniques to raise it off the table so that to buffer it from the heat that's going on. So keep that in mind because I want to talk about that in a second. So this is the Anova container, very fancy. A lot of these things that I bought, I'm excited because, hey, I get to learn how. I've never done sous vide cooking either. I have a steak thawing in the fridge right now that I'm going to try later. So I like it when things have more than one purpose, so I'm not just buying it for one thing. So I guess my idea, I think Voden mentioned that when he was doing his, he had like a Ziploc bag, and it would, the pressure would build in it, so he'd have to stop and let out the air. And so I was trying to think about, the oxygen's being produced. So I was kind of noodling on that and trying to figure out what I would do. And my friend said, look up, things that have a bleeder valve, a one-way valve out to let the air out. And I didn't really find anything when I was looking for that, but I did find, I stumbled on like kind of beakers and Erlenmeyer flasks or whatever. So this is actually one of the boxes that I got in the mail that I ordered. So, and it was meant to be for sous vide. So for this process. So if we'll look what's going on in here. It came like this. It's got, what does it have? Okay, so this is a flask with a baffle, VersaCap, 50 vented with membrane, sterile. I guess I honestly didn't care that the lid was like this, but since I stumbled on it, I bought it. So apparently the gas can escape through the lid. But in my mind, it could also just be open air, like who cares, right? But I think the guys are surmising that if you keep the stuff in there, maybe it'll last longer instead of just converting to oxygen and not being hydrogen peroxide anymore. I don't know how long that stuff lasts before it does convert, and whether if it's under pressure it can't convert, things like that. I don't know. I don't know if they know, but I'll be experimenting, I guess. This is much bigger than I thought. Like, my goal is to hold a set of keycaps. Let's see if I can find some handy laying around. Let me open this bag and we'll be able to see. rough comparison. This is a set of keycaps. Yeah, they're gonna fit in here. They're gonna take up, say, this much room. One of the ideas I had for, let me get another toy that I bought if I can find it. I basically bought some, I was thinking, well, what would, the other problem you have is if it floats up and it's above the water, above the water line, it loses heat, or if it's above, if peroxide's in here and the keycaps get above that, then they're not being submersed in the hydrogen peroxide. That'd be a problem too. And so my idea for this would be to put these in here and then put stuffed steel wool in the top, so that would prevent, so that can allow the liquid to go up into it but not allow the caps to go above it. So I don't know. So this was all my early ideas for this, and I haven't tried it yet, but then actually stumbled on a better, what I think is an even better one. It's more recent, and it was a video I saw by Retro Man Cave, and he was he was doing a bunch of tests, and the two most promising things to him were that both something with he actually got a grow light, and that had great effect, and then he did temperature only, and that had great effect. So he had the idea to combine them both, and together it actually sped up the process even more. So I think that's really the goal of all this. There's a couple goals that I have. One is what's the fastest way to do this, and the other is how much manual intervention. Like, I don't want to be like babysitting it and having to let out gas that's expanding, or stuff like that. So hands off and quick would be the goals. So I'm kind of like, already past this one, I think, because I liked what I saw from Retro Man Cave, which was, he put it in a pot and he put a grow light over it. And so I have some of that stuff, so we'll see it, I guess, I think it's in some of the boxes I got that we're going to open today. But let's start that process with this giant pan I got, because I think the goal to make to try to get the best combination is to try to keep all the light in whatever you're doing. So a grow light with some tin foil around it, between it and the container. And then the container he used was plastic, but I ended up going and getting this industrial roasting pan that seems, should be long enough to handle. I happen to have a cover here. Let's try this and cross our fingers. But yeah, so you can see, basically, there's room in this roasting pan for a standard size keyboard lid. And then where did I put my? And then I, checked out that this would work on the side for mounting the sous vide. I think it will. And then there's still room for the sous vide to go in here and be on the side since it's wide enough. So this is a pretty. This is my most promising concept. So above this would be a hanging grow light. And I think we'll see that in a bit. And then, surrounding it all with tin foil so that all the light's being reflected onto this thing we're trying to brighten. Now the other notch that I'm going to describe that I saw that I wanted was, so I think what Retro Man Cave did was he felt like he was doing like an Amiga case or something, which is a different shape than a keyboard case, but he took the vacuum cleaning that you do for, say, a down comforter, not the vacuum sealed, like when you have a down comforter and you want to save space, so you suck all the air out, and then it's tinier, and you stuff it in the closet in the plastic bag with the vacuum sealed. And so I looked into the food prep ones. So they have vacuum sealing, and that would obviously work for and he actually did some of that with he actually used a vacuum sealer for food too, to do some keycaps and some other things, or little tinier pieces. And so I got to looking into that, and there's an 11-inch wide I got the roll that's 11 inches wide, and I'm kind of hoping or thinking this one might be too big, but in general they're maybe the idea would be that this could fit an 11-inch wide vacuum sealer and a minimum amount of hydrogen peroxide, and then vacuum seal it and just put that in here, and then throw the lamp on and turn the sous vide on, and that's the best. I think that's the best idea I had heard. So we'll eventually see if that works. Right now, the last thing I'm missing, I think, will be the hydrogen peroxide. I ordered it, but I think it's due in a week, the 13% or 12%. Yeah, I can't seem to find it anywhere locally, but I was able to buy it on Amazon. And even though I have a Christmas break right now and want to do it, I can't because I have to wait for the hydrogen peroxide to come in. So let me set this aside. And let's see what else we got here. We got a lot of big stuff, but let's take them one at a time, I guess. Let's see. I don't know what's in these, but I assume they're stuff related to keyboard hobby. Yeah, let me open this real quick and we'll see what's inside. I have a feeling this is maybe the vacuum sealer. Yep, FoodSaver. Actually, this is the, well, what is this? You can see that this is, oh yeah, this is probably the sample box that came, the sample rolls that come. We'll look at that, and then let me get this out of here. And see what it is. Oh, interesting. It's actually a strange combination in this shipment. We got both the grow lamp and some rolls of 11-inch wide FoodSaver. So let's see. Let's set the grow lamp aside for a second. We'll open the. By the way, let me show real quick. I also I was near the, I guess, Smart and Final or something, and I got this. It's like heavy duty, 18-inch, 18 inches wide, but yeah, it's too much feet, but it wasn't that expensive, I guess, overall, so hopefully I'll find more uses for it. But this is what I plan to use to put around the grow lamp and the pan, roasting pan. What?
Is that the grow lamp?
Yeah, I got a grow lamp. It actually reverses the process of the yellowing of keyboards, so that it's just light, because you don't live in a sunny area. You gotta find ways to simulate light.
Just like speed up the reaction.
Yep, that's what it does, speed up the reaction. So here's this is the FoodSaver, 11 inches wide by 16 feet long. I got the one that I looked at all the vacuum sealers, and the one that everyone recommended the most. Or I don't know, you'll see. But it has the roll inside of it, and it's pretty automatic. I guess let's look at that grow lamp. Let's see. It looks similar to the one that the guy on Retro Man Cave was using. It's got fans on the top, so we'll see that. Okay, here's the unbox. Yeah, there you go. Little instruction manual. We got lots of LEDs. I guess these are triple from what I don't know, it's hard to sift through all the stuff that's going on. I might need a new mounting bracket. I have the one I'm using for my wheel. Do you have to talk, or you have to do groups? You have to do that now, or?
Yeah.
Because it's in the thing, but yeah, this is a lot heavier than I thought, so it'll be interesting whether. Let's see, did I just move my camera around? No, I think it's fine. I might have. Okay, well. Anyways, this is what this is the part that would be face down, and then I like it because the fans are on top when I'm trying to do retrobraiding, and you can plug it in. It has veg and bloom, two different parts of the light spectrum. I would turn both on and fire this thing up and check in a couple hours whether stuff's working. So you got your power cord, you got some hanging things. So obviously I'll need something above to suspend this from that can hold this weight, which the camera one I got is holding my iPhone is definitely not going to be able. I thought it might hold this weight. I thought this would be much lighter, but it's not. So yeah, this is more like suspension pulleys. So you got some stuff that can help with the hanging, I guess. So we'll see how that goes. Might need some new thing to hang it off of. It's heavier than I thought, for sure. All right, what else we got? Let's see what this is. This is a big one. Sunbeam FoodSaver. So yeah, this is going to be the actual sealer, vacuum sealer unit. Never had one. Again, sous vide and cooking with this thing, you know, that's an alternate purpose besides the keyboard cleaning, so I didn't feel too bad spending money on it. Taking it out of the box here, the outer box. FoodSaver, 2-in-1 food preservation. All right, let's see if we can open this guy up. I have this is my wife's plastic knife that you can break it off and get a clean razor blade when it gets dull, but I'm excited because Teja Types had the Grovemade. He has that foldable knife, but then they have a new task knife that I ended up buying that, and I'm really looking forward to that coming in because it's just all brass with a heavy, you know, the handle part's heavy, and then it's got a stand that goes in, and so as far as art on my desk, it's gonna look. I'll be happy to have that just for the looks. All right, let's see. Yeah, so this comes with some different lengths of rolls and things you can feed from the front, and then I think you can put the rolls I bought, they go inside it and it'll just roll it out automatically, I think so. I'll take it out and we'll just take a quick peek at it, and then we'll move on. I'm not gonna use it at the moment, so let's see if I can gently get the pieces off. I think I got it upside down at the moment. So there's some tape on the back here. This is kind of a cloth wrapper. It's interesting. Quite soft. Haven't seen this. Might need to keep it for keyboards or something. It's kind of nice, actually. Never seen that. So it's got a drip tray. Yeah, we'll look at it closer here. Like I said, I've never used something like this, so we'll have a lot to read, and comes with the manual. What's this? I don't know. Yeah, so this is, I guess I should at least tell you what the model number was. It was like 4800 or something, but if we see it, we'll find it. Yeah, looks like a nice unit. It's sorry, I haven't been centered under here's the bottom if I can do it. All right, I'm gonna take a phone call on my video camera. You don't have to do that in Hollywood. And my wife fed me a nice little sample of pimento cheese that she's making. Yeah, I was gonna show the underside, and I think the model number might be in here if we get up close enough. Yeah, it's a V4840, I think. Yeah. Had a lot of features that I wanted. It's kind of, yeah, one thing I guess I'm worried about is if you're sealing liquids, and I'm sealing hydrogen peroxide, if it doesn't, if you know, I seal it too close to the end where it like spills out and into this machine, is that hydrogen peroxide going to destroy things? So have to be careful with that part. I'm going to set this aside. What I forgot to mention earlier is that roasting pan is, you know, stainless steel or whatever, and it's sturdy, but I'm wondering that it's going to have a large amount of heat running through it, so I don't really want to set it on something that would, you know, have a nice wood table. I don't know if this desk mat would handle the heat, So I'll have to figure out what, you know, maybe a cutting board. I'll have to find out some kind of insulating layer maybe to put on the bottom, but guess we'll find out somewhere. All right, I got, I guess, a couple little things left. I don't know what these are. Yeah. Oh, this one's frivolous. Teja Types uses, where did I put my cutter? There it is. Some of it, again, poser gear. I like some of the, I like the art that Teja has, and so like I said, I bought the knife. I didn't get it yet. But he also likes playing cards, which I do too. They're beautiful, but so I imagine this was one. It could have been a Christmas one. This is from ArtOfPlay. It's a pretty cool website if you haven't been there. Yeah, so, oh, camping cards is what I got. I was excited. I just like the art of it, and it was limited release, but I suppose they all are there. I don't quite know. Typically around $15 a deck. Actually got a few other decks that I was giving my family for Xmas. So this is nice. Let's see, what does it say? Venture onward. Live adventurously. Little tent. And then this says, be brave or die. Yeah, I guess we can open it real quick and see. I know he does unopened. I would use it. You know, I'm not trying to save it too much as a collector. He buys 2 decks, one to open and one to just never open or whatever for collectability. So I'd be in the camp of using this, like, and enjoying the art of it while doing it. But let's see if I can even open one of these without breaking stuff. Jeez. The box is nice quality. Yeah, it's cardboard. It's got some shiny imagery on it. So I think I'll need to cut this. Not quite sure what's going on there, but let's see if I can gently cut the black part somehow. And I don't know which way it's supposed to pop out. I assume I don't know. I don't have any assumptions. Just straight up, I guess. Didn't cut deep enough, so let's do this again. Yeah. Am I cutting the lip? I can't tell. Well, definitely not an expert at that, am I? Okay. But it's open now. Playfair, it says. I don't know. We'll see about that. What do we got in here? Okay, yeah. Here's produced in the United States with paper from sustainable forests, premium playing cards from ArtOfPlay, 1% for the planet. Bradley Mountain, I think. They make canvas and leather goods. I went and looked at the website actually. It was inspired, I think that's what inspired this deck, or maybe the artist that makes the gear there. Yep. You should go check it out. What else? Okay, so this is, oh, this is funny. So this is a card that tells you how to stay alive in the wilderness with only a playing card. So tinder, you can start a small campfire. Spoon, you can portion your grub with this card. Straw, you can wrap it around and sip a drink out of it. Some water, I guess. Place over the wound and apply pressure for a bandage. Strong enough to cut open a fish. Pretty funny. Scare off a grizzly with a throw to the head and then run. Leave it as a marker because it's bright red. Yeah, that's funny. So here's what the backs of the cards look like. Venture onward, live adventurously. The Joker's kind of a crow, or yeah, it looks like. What is the ace? It's like, what is that? I don't know. I don't know. It's got kind of this faded motif on the cards after that. Let's get to, okay, here we go. With the Joker's like a, or the Jack, sorry, is like a fox maybe. Another kind of bird that's carrying a fish. And maybe an eagle, but you know, they're not black, but the cards are, so I guess. And then a bear for the king. And then, let's see, is it the same when we get to the, yeah, so for the other suits, it's also those three, but pretty cool. They got, it's not white, it's kind of got a beige tint to it, I think, like the meat of the cards or whatever. Yeah, it's pretty. I like it. Alright, that's one box. I think I got 2 other little boxes to go. Probably not as attractive as this, but let's see what this is. Oh, this is about as boring as it gets. This is from Customs, so it's probably Alibaba, AliExpress, and it's something I actually already have, but I don't know, it's cheap. Yeah, it's like $1 or something to order it from AliExpress. Just some ESD brushes. These, yeah. I kind of want the softer brush kind that I haven't bought yet, but these will come in handy. Alright, what else we got? Last thing, I guess. Actually, yeah, someone else reused the box, I guess. We'll see. Not quite sure what's in here. Might just be, I think I ordered some tiny vintage keycaps because they looked attractive. Don't know what to think about that. Are someone taking them off the keyboards or what? Actually, this isn't that, so I don't need to talk about it. Not sure what this is. Well, oh, I do know what this is. This is a Reddit purchase, Mech Market, of the guy that was selling his, what the heck are these called again? Jeez. I can't remember. This was his date. So, SA keycaps. I haven't used any SA keycaps on a board of mine yet. Looking forward to it. I do have a couple now. I ordered the Symbiosis one, and so this comes with the basic set plus the colored other ones. Semi-artisan. They're not artisan, but you know what I'm. Extras. Man, I should look it up, huh? All right, give me 1 sec and I'll look it up because I should know what I'm buying and why. But I had my eye on this set because I think it's the first. What got me into this is a coworker that had a mechanical keyboard, and these are the keycaps he had, and then this was a decent price, so I jumped on it. Let's see if I can go to my Reddit and see if I can see what's going on. It's kind of boring to watch, but I also, like I said, I got my Symbiosis and I didn't have a keyboard to put it on yet. I ordered, and I'm on the group buy for the Elephant S7R2, and I got it in gray color, which it's an elephant, of course, but I think that'll be amazing with my Symbiosis keycaps, so I'm waiting for that. Let's see. What is this one, though? Yeah, I don't know how to navigate around these things. Like, I got some messages that I had with him, but we didn't mention it, and then I don't have a link back to the... How do I get a link? I guess I can click on the guy that I bought it from, and then it'll show what he's done on Reddit, and then I'll find it in that. Where is it? Let's see. Actually, or I should be able to look at myself and things I've commented on or something. Give me a sec, I'll try.
What?
Yeah, SA Pulse keycaps, full set with alternative keycaps. That's what this is. But kind of a pretty set, I would say. Black for the, you know, things around the outside, and got some, you know, yeah, it's gonna be nice. Sturdy looking, heavy. They feel heavy. They're thick. Yeah, these are a good set. I'm definitely gonna enjoy that. All right. You know, I think some people are pierced, like unopened in the box, and I don't know. He said he bought too many, and these are in his closet. And, you know, I doubt he used them even. But would I have cared? I don't know. If the price is right, I would not have cared. I just want to use them myself, and I don't want them to be dirty. But if someone used them for a few months, like, good. They're meant to last 30 years, 60 years. Well, that was fun. I forgot what it was, and now I know. SA Pulse. Alright, that's it for this unboxing. I'll be back with some other stuff later. Alright, I'm going to do a little January unboxing here. It's actually New Year's Eve in December, but I already did a December unboxing, so I'll call this January to keep it simple. Might have to come up with some other numbering schemes, but this thing is something that I've mentioned in other videos, but it's gonna help me do the unboxing actually. Saw this on Teotypes. It's actually from Grovemade, designed and crafted in Oregon, Portland, Oregon, I guess. Look at this, huh? Okay. Friend thing. What else we got? Probably an invoice. Nothing worth really glancing at. Alright, let's see. Let's save this. Well, we'll look at it in a second. Let's get to the beautiful part of this thing, shall we? Oh yeah. Yeah, look at that. This is the base. This is a task knife made out of brass. Hefty, solid single piece of brass from Grovemade. It's a task knife. Guess that's their logo right there. Yeah, there's down the length. And then I think you have a choice of resting it like that. If I bring that up, you can see the side view of that. Or resting it on its, no, I guess you can't rest it on its side. So that's how it's meant to be rested. I guess it's grooved so you can get your fingers in there. And yeah, we'll try this to open up some other boxes, but this will be a nice addition to the desk. Beautiful piece of artwork. And I can read the other stuff later probably. Alright, I got a lot of big heavy things, not too many, that was probably the sexiest toy, I guess. Let's just start with this one, not super heavy. I think I know what it is. Consumer commodity. Yeah, let's put it up here. And let's see if we can cut open the top. This was actually harder to get than you think. Can't just go. I wasn't able to go anywhere in town, and especially for this percentage, as you'll see. Unless I'm wrong about what's in here. No, I think it is what I thought it was. This should be some, what do you call it, 13% hydrogen peroxide. Comes with a lot of stuff. Let's see. Probably lots of warnings too, huh? I guess it comes with a little dropper vial packet too. 1 ounces, a couple. I ended up I don't know why I guess the deal was I had to buy 2 probably. Yeah, so here's the let's leave one boxed up. And we'll look at one. How about that? Do I want to figure out how to untie this knot? No, it's pretty dang. Let's see if I can get into it with my new task knife. Yes. So there's an outer baggie. Oh, they just double wrapped it. So this one now is wrapped from the bottom similarly. So I guess I'm gonna tear this. Wow, so it's actually triple gloved. Okay. Yeah. I have some scissors handy. I'll use those for this. So, certified 12% food grade hydrogen peroxide. Ooh, I've heard so much about how it messes up your hands. I should get my gloves on. I had them handy. Where did they go? Shoot. Oh, there they are. Maybe we'll put them on for a bit, just in case. Actually, I don't know if they eat through the gloves or not, but it's a little liquidy. There's some condensation right here. I don't know what it is. Or, I mean, it could be hydrogen peroxide, I guess. 12% food grade hydrogen peroxide, quite a bit. I want that for my retrobraiding experiments. So this was the last piece I was waiting for. So we can look forward to seeing me do my first attempts at that. Short, upcoming video. And then, like I said, it came with a 1 ounce dispenser. Store in refrigerator, safe from children. That's what that says. Ay. What am I getting into? I didn't know I had to store it in the refrigerator. Here's the storage. Stop, must read. Stop. Store where safe from children. Skull and crossbones, danger. Store in cool, totally dark location. Sunlight and UV will cause the contents to weaken. For extended storage, slightly loosen the bottle's cap as the bottle may swell and eventually burst if not. If it's swollen when received, put a cloth over the top of the bottle and slowly loosen the cap to release pressure. Bottle swelling during shipment is normal. Okay, well, I think my garage is dark and cool enough that I don't need to store it in a refrigerator. What else? If contact with skin, wash off skin. There may be a temporary stinging sensation and lightening of the skin. Color will return from 30 minutes to 2 hours. No toxins have been absorbed and no permanent skin damage done. You have not been poisoned and there are no toxins in it. May safely and legally be disposed of by running it down any sewage system with running water. Okay, that's good. If you see liquid in one of the safety bags, open the bag under running water. Yeah, all right, cool. This is, all right, I think we got it. Let us remember that when we use it.